going on, y'all? This is Mike with Mike's MMW, Movies, Music, and Wings. Here to give y'all something new this week. I'm going to go ahead and start giving y'all the Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup weekly recap. For those who are not familiar with this wild show, it's on WeTV. It's a show about couples who one of them is recently released from prison, and now this couple has to, have to maneuver through life while the person is typically like on parole or on probation. And so the standard show is them getting out of jail. That's Love After Lockup. Now right now what we're doing is a spinoff, Life After Lockup. To now they're either off probation or living healthy lives or whatever. We seeing them move forward and whatnot. So this shit is wild. It's just kind of like 90 Day Fiance with a twist. Instead of coming from a whole other country, this motherfucker coming from a prison and shit. And they got all kinds of stipulations and shit they got to deal with and whatnot. And a lot of times, these motherfuckers violating probation or parole or all kinds of, dealing with shit. They've been locked up for 10 plus years, 18 plus years, trying to fucking get reacquainted with the real world and shit. So I'm gonna run down a couple of the couples real quick, talk about what's recently going down. So we got this is wild. We got Lacey, Shane, and John. It's a triplet couple. So Lacey, she's 30. She was dating John for quite some time. I don't know what John's age is. He an older dude, closer to her age. She was engaged to this man for quite some time. He was locked up. She knew him outside of the real world. Outside of prison. Then she wound up talking to some young dude named Shan. He 22 while he was in prison, and she dated both of them while they in prison. So on the last season, she's trying to work both of them. They don't know about one another for the longest. So Shane winds up getting out first. 22-year-old, she's 30. So she maneuvering with him, talking about how they love each other and want to get married and whatnot. And he proposed to her, and she like, yeah, knowing she already engaged to another dude that's locked up too, and he about to get out too soon. So it was wild. Like, she a hot mess. Like, she off the chain. Like, she eventually, tells Shane like, hey, I'm cool with you, but I gotta wait for a boy to get out before I can, make a decision with you for real. Like, I gotta see, what feelings are still there or not. Like, it was wild, and they wound up, meeting up, and they both on parole, so they can't fight or whatnot. They just barking back and forth. Really it was just John running his mouth. Shit's wild. Anyway, so Lacey winds up ditching John, and she ain't with that. Winds up marrying Shane and whatnot. And now this season we're maneuvering with them as they're trying to have a kid. She got to get her tubes untied and dealing with this. He's 22, so he's immature. He was locked up when he was 17, getting out when he was 21, 22. So he's still immature. He don't know how to maneuver through life and how to have kids and and pay bills and have a real job and shit like that. Like, it's wild. He's super inappropriate. And so she married to old boy, and the other dude's still calling her, like trying to like work his way back into my I love you, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't talk to me and shit. Like, it's wild. Lacey's a trip. Shane wild, John wild. Like, this is the one to watch out for. Like, she was wilding. Like, she was dating both these motherfuckers while they was in prison. Like, she wild. She a wild girl. All right, next one. This is my favorite couple right here. Marcelino, he's 41. He was dating Brittany, 29, while she was locked up. Brittany's 29. Marcelino, Puerto Rican dude. He's in the military. He's very straightforward. He had no kids. He's just, cool dude. Met a girl online, talking to her, writing letters and whatnot, and she got out. He picked her up, and they was kicking it from there. Like, it was cool. Like, they got married. X amount of days after she got out of prison. Now they got a kid, or they got two kids now on the newest season. They got two kids, and she got a son from her previous marriage, and they were fighting for custody to get the boy. And Marcelino wound up going over to see her ex-husband, trying to talk to him about the custody, and shit went sideways because they both these fucking hard-headed Spanish dudes, and they start wrecking and shit in the house and whatnot. It was wild. Like, It was cool. Like I like Marcelino, probably my favorite dude. Like he's like he got no cut cards. He when all her old friends trying to come around from prison, he be talking shit. Like he don't bite his tongue, nothing. Like he is on it. He don't play that shit. He don't want her to go back to prison. He don't want her associated with no felons, nothing like that. Like she got one homegirl that her name was Sasha. They was locked up for a while. She was involved in some burglary that went wrong, and like it was a double homicide that wound up happening at the same time in the burglary. So she was out for a while waiting for her trial, and this is the last episode. She wound up being sentenced to like 10 to 36 years in prison and shit. Like it was wild. They just carried her ass off on camera. Like it was crazy. Like that was her homegirl, and they wound up asking her to be the godmother. I mean, the godmother of the baby they just had and shit. They go to the prison. They call her like, hey, look across the street about like 8 o'clock, at this building while you locked up, and we got a surprise for you. So they go outside in the middle of the street, hold up a sign talking about, will you be the godmother? Like looking at the prison windows and shit. Like y'all look ghetto as shit outside. The light flashing in the prison, so old girls see it and shit. It's wild. Like this show is wild, y'all. Marcelino and Brittany is my favorite couple right there. They live in Vegas. Like they dope. I like them. All right, another triplet. This one is these people. We got Michael, Cera, and Megan. Michael, black dude. He was locked up. Michael's 28. Michael, he has a wife. Which one? Wife, Cera, 25. Wife got a daughter with her. He was locked up, I think, for 2 years. He got a daughter with old girl Cera. She's 25. She holding him down. They married. They got married before he got locked up. Or married while he was locked up. He wound up, some girl meeting this girl named Megan. She 30, black chick. Wound up meeting her, and he hollering at her while he completely married to the old girl. He winds up getting out, proposing to Megan. He's still married to Cera. Like it's a whole thing. Like so he think he a player and whatnot. Like he maneuvering with his wife. He wound up getting out. Within a couple of days, he got out with his wife. Got his wife pregnant within a few days. Slid off to go holler at Megan, the other girl, for a couple of days and whatnot. Like wound up getting her virginity off of her. She damn near 30 years old and shit. And she lost her virginity to this prison dude as he just got out of prison. Like it's wild and shit. Like the baby mama and the girlfriend didn't know about each other. They wound up beating up and talking. It was wild. Like it's so now in the new season, he got 2 kids with old girl. They want to get divorced. Now he trying to get back with his girlfriend after he violated probation or violated something, fucking with the old girl, and wound up going back to prison for X amount of time, a couple months, 4 or 5 months and whatnot. So they had to move on without him for a little bit. But Michael's wild. He a dog. He got the girlfriend. He got the wife, and he calling a whole nother bitch on the phone while he on the way to go see the girlfriend. Like, bro, you on television, bro. Like, these women just not gonna trust you at all. This shit is wild. All right, we got Andrea Lamar. This older black lady. She got 3 kids. We got Lamar. He's 43. Andrea, she lives in Utah. She's a hardcore Mormon. Well, I don't want to say hardcore, but she's a Mormon. She loved being a Mormon. Lamar's from LA. He was locked up for like 18 years. Locked up for quite some time. I don't know how they met, but they meet at inmate.com or write at inmate.com, whatever website they be hollering about all the time. Excuse me. So she wind up meeting, talking and whatnot, and he gets out. They get married and kind of find out her youngest daughter is his daughter, but he been locked up for 18 years. The daughter's 4. So we're trying to figure. We just found out, like, when she went to go visit him one time, they paid for closet time, and she wound up getting pregnant in the prison closet and whatnot. But she's supposed to be Mormon and not having sex with this man, so it's wild. So now she wound up uprooting her whole life and her kids to move to LA, and he wound up going back to prison, violating his parole. He went back to prison for X amount of time. they in LA by themselves with no family. So now she tricked him. Like, all right, we're gonna visit Utah for a little bit. They wound up driving to Utah, and she trying to get him to like trap him over there. She trying to fucking hide all his travel papers and his ID and everything. Like, yo, we want to stay in Utah. She want to move back to Utah, but he not trying to have it. You know, she don't want him getting caught up in all the LA shit again and whatnot, the gang violence and bullshit. Like, it's wild. Like they cool. I like them. Like for him being locked up for 18 years, coming out, he's smooth. You can tell he been locked up for a minute. The way he dressed and the way he talk and whatnot. How he trying to make up for all that time that he missed. Apparently he was in some rap group that was popping back in the day. I don't know what it was, but so he wound up leaving Utah, dipping back to LA. He living in LA. She living in Utah, and she trying to get him to move back. We don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm thinking he probably gonna move back. He gonna miss his family, them kids. He want to come back. All right, Angela and Tony. This one is weird. Angela's 47, Tony's 34. She met him online or whatever. They was chit chatting. First season he was bullshitting. I don't know what happened. He didn't get out. Anyway, he finally got out. Once he got out, she fucking. It was funny though, cause she picked him up and she was like, all right, what you want first? You want a blowjob or a steak? Most men like, I'm trying to get some ass or whatever. Like I want to get a steak. So like, all right, red flag. She ain't that pretty. One of her teeth like about to pop out of her mouth. Like she an older woman, she been in the sun too long. She got a deep raspy voice. Smoke cigarettes. So like, she ain't all that popping and whatnot. And she hold him down while he's locked up, but like, she ain't all that attractive. But yeah, so he wound up originally violating or taking off, didn't go back to the halfway house and whatnot, and he get locked up, gets back out. Him and Angela, they kicking it for a while. Everything seems to be going good. She bought him a motorcycle when he got out. He got a nice little motorcycle, but now he been creeping off every now and then and like being weird, going to a hotel. He was already caught like creeping with some bitch at a hotel. She was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but this shit was wild. She wouldn't pick up his phone one night while he was asleep. That bitch got a password on it, so like she can't get into it. Got a password. This bitch popped the SIM card out the motherfucking phone, put it in her cell phone. There go all the text messages and whatnot. Like, who the fuck thinks to do that shit? Like, look, I got an iPhone. The text messages is built into my motherfucking phone and whatnot, not on my SIM card. But like, that Android shit get you fucked up. Like, that shit, boy. Who would have thought to pop the fucking SIM card out the fucking phone and whatnot? Like, that shit was wild. She said he was fucking hotel workers to get free rooms so they can run their crack business or they prostitution business out the hotel. Like, shit crazy. She kicked him out, called this bitch like, hey, I'm sending Tony your way right now. He getting the fuck out of my house and shit. I'm sending that motherfucker over to you and shit. Like, wow. This is my shit. All right, like I said, it's trash TV. This shit is wild, but I fuck with this shit. It's like 90 Day Fiance, but like with these fucking motherfuckers straight out of prison. There's a couple other, like there's another couple we see this week called Clinton, named Clinton Tracy. I'm gonna holler about them next week once they get back on. They is wild. They got married. They never met before, never met in person. The day he went to go pick her up from prison, they went and got married, like, I don't know, that next day. Then that night, she wound up, like, leaving him, stole his car, it's a rental car at that, stole the rental car, stole his cell phone, took a little bit of his money, like, went and bought some crack. Like, he let her go buy some crack at first. She wanted to go get some more, so he started breaking down and tripping. So she wound up dipping off from his ass and was gone for like 2 weeks. Wound up getting locked up again, fucking with the stolen whip, like with smoking crack. Like, it was crazy. So she got out. He wound up going right back to her. Like, he brought her back, and she seemed to be better now. She lost like 30 pounds, like a whole wild different woman and whatnot. Like, Clinton Tracy, wow. They is wild. They like fucking just meant to be trash bag people together. Like, he seemed like he not all the way stable. Like, he been Like, he seemed like he never got no ass before, but he was previously married, working for his ex-wife. I don't know how that works, but it's just wild. Like, Clinton Tracy is wild. That's all I gotta say. Oh man. That's all I got for them, y'all. Once again, Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup on WeTV. Comes on Fridays at 9, I think. This the shit. Like, this is one you gotta watch. You gotta get up on. This shit is wild. These people be tripping. Like, the last season was wild. It's off the chain. Definitely check that out. Check back every week to see these reviews for this, because this is my shit. I wanted to do reviews for it last season, but I caught it halfway through. But this season I'm on it. So check me back next week. Check out my review.